This is the potential trajectory that your life could go on. It doesn't have to be. If you're aware of this, you can actually change the course. Hey, my name is Jack and welcome to States Unlocked. It's the place to learn about social psychology, human behavior, and also learn practical tips on how you can improve your life. If you would like to understand yourself and others better and unlock higher states of consciousness, please hit subscribe, like the video if you like this video, and also hit the bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. It really helps me out, so I'd really appreciate it. This video is all about Bowlby's monotropic theory. It's an attachment theory in which Bowlby says that we are designed as children to attach to one primary caregiver. So there are studies that show that we are able to attach to various caregivers, but by and large, we do tend to attach to one primary caregiver. This is usually the mother. For the sake of this video, I'm going to just go with the mother as the example because it's the most obvious example. We have inbuilt some strategies to get our needs met. So the first stage is what's known as the critical period. Okay, so the critical period is what it sounds like. It's a critical period. It's 2 to 3 years of life. This is critical because we do not have the resources on our own to survive without a caregiver. Okay, we're not going to be able to feed ourselves or dress ourselves or protect ourselves if anything is to harm us. So we need a caregiver. So evolutionarily, we have some strategies to achieve a bond and to get a caregiver to love us. So children often will cry, and these are called social releasers. They will cry, they will be all cute, and they will get us to actually feel affection towards them in order to build a pair bond. Okay, so this is a very, very clever strategy from evolution. It's an adaptive strategy that we all have built in us, especially as children, to basically get our needs met. So this will essentially create an internal working model of relationships. So an internal working model of relationships is based on our attachment with the primary caregiver, with our first monotropic relationship. So this will then create what's known as an internal working model. So if your relationship with the primary caregiver is a good one, you are going to create an internal working model that is good, and you are going to go on to have positive relationships that mirror the same kind of relationship you had with your primary caregiver. If it is a negative relationship, if it is not a strong bond, you are more likely than not going to attract the same kinds of people. And this is what's known as the internal working model, as I said before. And this is also evidenced in the fact that studies have been shown with rhesus monkeys that monkeys that were neglected more likely than not go on to neglect their own babies. Okay, so this is something inbuilt in us that we are going to repeat patterns. Okay, so this is something very interesting in my opinion that we do, and the reason it's important to become aware of, particularly if you didn't have the best upbringing, is because while this is the potential trajectory that your life could go on, it doesn't have to be. If you're aware of this, you can actually change the course, but if you have this internal working model, it is playing out. So it's important to be aware of this. Okay, so something else that is interesting is that human beings are, more often than not attracted to monogamous relationships. Obviously, some are attracted to polygamous relationships and polyamory and whatnot, but a lot of us are attracted to monogamy. Now, our romantic relationships often mirror and use the same part of our brain, the attachment part of the brain, which is the same as with our parents when we are children. Okay, so it just makes sense that we would then go on to repeat those same patterns that we had with our parents, the same kind of relationship dynamics. Which is why it's really important, if you didn't have the best kind of relationship, to actually work on this, to actually be aware of this, and because a lot of people do just end up attracting the same kinds of partners because of this, as similar to their parents. Let's say their parent was cold, then they end up attracting a cold partner. So obviously this is a really complex topic, and there's a load of different variables, but it's important to be aware of because you want to attract the best kind of mate that you can, and have the best life you can have. If you've enjoyed this video, I would love it if you could like the video, if you could support the channel by commenting and sharing it with someone, and just do all that good stuff. I would love you forever because it would really help my channel out. And I'm really glad you've watched this video. So thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye.